Hey, Dripping Springs. It is Weekly Drip Season 5, Episode 45. And if you're seeing us right now, it must be Wednesday at 4-ish o'clock. Hi.
Hi, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us this week and every week that you join us. We so appreciate all the support that you give us, and we appreciate having this platform where we get to talk about all the things that we love in Dripping Springs and share them with you and invite y'all out to our shenanigans, our things that we do.
Yes. There's a big day of eating happening next week.
It's coming up.
Can we talk about food? I want to talk about food.
Absolutely. What is your favorite side dish?
Okay, so it took me about 10 years to get the difference between stuffing and dressing. Okay. Stuffing is when it's cooked in the bird. Mm-hmm. Dressing is when it's cooked not at all with the bird. Okay. So I think my favorite side is the dressing that my husband makes. It's a gluten-free cornbread mix. I think it's Central Market that has it. A sage breakfast sausage is in there. There's some herbs and some other things that happen. I would never dare make it because I wouldn't want it to not taste as good as his. I bet butter is involved. I feel like butter has to be involved. But yeah, that's probably my favorite. And it's one that I'll go back to if there's leftovers in the fridge, I'll just take a bite of it cold and I don't even care.
Oh, it's yeah. So good. I mean, there's several things that are good like that. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense to me.
What about you? Because you like the sides more than the main, right?
Yeah, I'm happy to skip the main. I don't care about the turkey. I don't care about the ham. I don't care about any of that roast, whatever it is. I don't care about that. I'm here for the sides. I like the potatoes.
What kind of potatoes? Mashed or scalloped or
mashed potatoes, fresh mashed potatoes, smashed. I like them with the skin. I just smash the whole potato up and throw some butter in there and some seasonings and some different things. And then I make this I think it's kind of weird, but it's delicious. Gravy out of all of the vegetables that were inside the turkey. You blend them all up. Ooh. And it makes it thick like gravy without having the gluten in it. So it's orange, which is kind of weird because of the carrots, but it tastes delicious. And
would you ever eat it would you ever eat it standalone as a soup?
Oh, I don't see why not.
Oh, interesting.
I feel like that could be delicious. I mean, it's good on all the things. That gravy is something you just kind of put it on everything. It's good on all the things.
I love how this is the universal sign for gravy. Because it is. Yeah. I don't know what it is in American Sign Language. No clue at all. But this
makes curious. Sense. You might have to look this
up. In your house, are y'all eat at lunchtime on Thanksgiving, family, or does it go into the evening or somewhere in between? I feel like there's a lot of controversy around that.
There's not a particular time. I do the majority of the cooking. So I think everybody is just grateful when it's done. And it's kind of don't ask me when dinner is going to be ready. It's ready when it's ready. Usually somewhere between lunch and dinner, an early dinner time to eat, and then maybe have some pie, and then maybe have some leftovers before the night is over. But it's definitely not done by lunch because I'm not getting up early enough for that. I don't like turkey enough to get up early for it.
I definitely love having the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade on. I don't think I even really mind the commercials that much that day, although they're quite a bit louder than the actual parade itself. Right. So I love the hustle and bustle of Thanksgiving morning with that kind of like playing in the background. I was reading I think it was like a Hostess article, and in it, I'm so curious what you think of this. It suggested that when you put out a few Thanksgiving like appetizers, so for the folks probably eating late afternoon, actual dinner time, that you also go ahead and cut up pieces of pie and you have appetizer pie. Because when you're eating Thanksgiving dinner, you know, a lot of times you don't want pie like immediately. So you get like, yeah, you get like pre-Thanksgiving dinner pie. And I think that's brilliant. But that's just me. What do you think?
I mean, there were decisions made about pie this year, which would lead me to believe I would be open to eating pie first. I don't know if you saw, but speaking of Dripping Springs, Homegrown, they have Evangeline's gluten-free bakery that is through them. And so they opened up pie reservations for Thanksgiving. And the email came over, and there was much discussion as to how many pies were needed and which ones. And they have 3 options. They have a apple pie, they have a pumpkin pie, and they have a pecan pie with chocolate chips on top. And I realized that I've never actually had pecan pie, which seems really strange to me. I always go straight for the pumpkin or the apple, but seeing that one, I was like, I think maybe we may have made mistakes in the past, and we might need to get both an apple and a pecan pie for only 6 people that are going to be in my house. And my son also requested that we have to make our own pumpkin pie. So we're going to have 3 pies for 6 people. But they are still taking pre-orders, I believe. And those are for pickup only. So you have to check and see what the pickup locations are for that. But that pecan pie looks incredible. So I'm real excited about it.
So let me make sure I understand. It's not that you haven't had a pecan pie with chocolate in it before. You've never had pecan pie?
I don't think so.
Wow.
I mean, I think I've had like pecan pie flavored things like from the grocery store, but like an actual homemade pecan pie, I don't think I've ever had like a legit pecan pie.
This needs to be remedied immediately.
I agree. I agree that it will be happening on Thanksgiving. We're going to have some pecan pie.
Oh, wow. This is so interesting. So growing up, I mean, you know where I grew up. There's a huge pecan tree in the front yard. So my job was to go out and gather all the pecans. And then my dad, he's such a resourceful guy. He made this like thing. And it was like a contraption. And he would like load a bunch of rubber bands on it, and then he would put the pecan in, and it would go thwack, and it would crack the pecan, and so he would shell them. And it was kind of like how people shell peas while they watch TV, you know, back in the day. So that's what he did. And when he was in office, he was visiting around all the property owners association meetings, like his constituents, and it got to be a thing with the old ladies that if he showed up without a pie, he kind of got in trouble. But my mom sure wasn't signing on to make all these pies. She's like, no, man, you dug your grave, you go lie in it, or made your bed, or whatever the saying is. And so he would make a pecan pie. I mean, gosh, there were seasons where like 2 or 3 were coming out of the kitchen every single week.
That's incredible. So what I'm hearing is that your dad makes possibly the best pecan pie.
I very much like them. For him, his recipe uses Karo syrup, and he does a blend of like light and dark. And sometimes he would mix it up and add a little chocolate or bourbon. He would like experiment with it. But I can count on one hand the times that I've gotten in like enough trouble where I was kind of afraid of what I had done. And one of them was when one of those pies looked so good, I thought I would pick a subtle pecan off of it.
Busted.
there wasn't time to make another one. I got in so much trouble.
Oh no.
So in my family, there was plenty of pie, and turns out those suckers were apparently sacred.
Oh my goodness.
I
That's
can't wait
awesome.
to hear what you think about it.
I'm excited.
Yeah, now that I'm good and hungry, what are you going to do about Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday, Giving Tuesday?
All the
It's the
things.
season.
So as usual, Ashley and I don't stop planning and thinking of ways to help our community, and just thinking of things that we can do together to support others. And so I had this bright idea at like 4:30 in the morning that I decided to text Ashley. God, I hope you turn your ringer off.
I do.
Just in case, because I get oblivious to what time it is sometimes. I'm so sorry. But we decided to make a Dripping Springs gift giving guide. And the whole purpose of this, the whole vision behind this, is because we know how easy it can be to hop online and order on Amazon. I get it. And let's make it just as easy to shop in Dripping Springs. Yes. Why can't we just come up with a way to make it a really easy guide where you can have a list where it shows, you can look up who you're shopping for, whether it's a child or your husband or your wife or an aunt or whoever you're shopping for. And you can look at this list, and whoever you're shopping for, you can get a list of local businesses that are offering gifts for those people. The guide is also going to have websites as well. So some of our local businesses are online businesses, and they ship out of Dripping Springs. Some of those businesses are brick and mortars. We want to support all of Dripping Springs and their businesses, whether they're online or brick and mortar. So we are working on this gift giving guide for everyone to shop local and to support local, and just really be involved in the truly local DSTX movement that we are working on to just help bring that money back to Dripping Springs, bring it back to your neighbors, to your friends, the people that you see all the time anyway. Those are really the ones that we want to be supporting. So if you have a business, or if you know someone who has a business in the DSISD area, that's the 78619, 78737, 78620, but really our focus is local Dripping Springs.
Truly local.
Truly local. That's our intention. If you're in that DSISD area, please fill out the form that has just been linked. There's the link right below. Fill out that form, answer the questions about what kind of gifts you have, who your gifts cater to, so that we can create this local gift giving guide. Our vision for this is to not only be something that's useful during Christmas, but we want this to be something that is useful all year long. So on there, you will see not only Christmas, but you're also going to see anniversaries, birthdays, Valentine's Day, different celebrations that you would typically be getting gifts for anyway. And if there's something that is left out on there, please let me know. I am so happy. Ashley and I both are so happy to get this updated and add something else on there if you feel like there's something missing that really would be a benefit for the community to be able to search for.
And for those joining us for the very first time, going like, what are they doing? We're just a hype squad for our community, y'all. And we saw one extra way to continue to hype up local businesses. You know, this show started many, many moons ago, and that was the intention. It was actually born and bred out of COVID, when all small businesses were struggling. Newsflash, 2024 has not been kind to the economy or small business. So we can no longer point to, well, that was the COVID era. We're out of that. It's long gone. And there's so many businesses on the struggle bus. So while this will be an ongoing for a lot of the vendors and makers in the area, the majority of the money that they will make this year does happen during the holiday season. So we just want to offer a resource and encourage that you shop local first before turning to the big box stores or the big app stores these days, I guess.
Yeah.
And we would love for y'all to submit. And then we will get you guys something together for next week whenever you're hitting the town after all the pre-turkey pie, then the actual dinner with the sides, and then post-turkey pie wears off so you can get out there and support the town.
And this guide too has an option when you are filling it out for if you have any discounts or any specials, as well as any events that you have coming up. Because we also have some businesses that aren't really online and they're not really brick and mortar. They just do the different holiday events. So when the guide comes out, be mindful of taking a look at those events that are coming up to support our local makers as well.
Yes.
So far we have so many. We also have it set up so for the people who have everything and they don't really need anything, we really have a heart for our local library and our local charities. So there's also a section of that where you can donate to a local charity in the area. So just some local charity options as well. If you have somebody that's just really, really hard to shop for and they don't really need anything, you can make a donation in their name as well.
So the long and short of it is fill out the form and we're going to compile everything and get it back out to you. We do have some other things I wanted to share before we wrap up today. Tomorrow is our big book club Friendsgiving. That's at Deep Eddy, 6 to 8. I hope that you've RSVP'd, but if you haven't, throw caution to the wind, just show up. I've seen the sign up genius. There's going to be so much food there. They're staying open late for us, which is like incredible. I'm so excited about it. For our business owners, our women in business, tomorrow morning is the 2025 Business Planning Clinic. I warmly welcome you to that. That's actually in my office. I'm in the KW building right behind McDonald's in the middle of Dripping Springs, and we kick off at 9 a.m. So if you haven't started forecasting for what the heck am I going to do next year to get the ship moving, come hang out with us for an hour and we'll walk you through it and we'll put something together and get you on a roadmap. So with that, Amber, is there anything else you wanted to add before we say goodbye until next Wednesday?
Gosh, the only other thing is I just want to say for anyone who hasn't taken Ashley's mini workshop before, it is wonderful. I remember when she did this workshop during snowvid. I'm going to say snowvid because there was a lot of snow out. It was
it was an unexpected snow day.
It was an unexpected snow day when she led this workshop, and I got so much out of it for my own business. I'm sure all of the other women that were there for that event did as well. So if you're not sure if this is for you, if you have a small business and you have any kind of intention of wanting to grow or do any kind of goal making, really, this is a great opportunity to do that with Ashley.
Thanks, friend. Well, we'll see some of you tomorrow at 9. We'll see some of you tomorrow evening at Deep Eddy at 6. But I sure hope we see all of you sometime during the holiday season. And until next Wednesday, 4-ish o'clock, this is Ashley and Amber saying goodbye from the weekly drip.